Welcome to another edition of Couch Chat. So, obviously, I do a dating show, and occasionally I have guests on. And I get a surprisingly decent amount of requests from people wanting to be interviewed on my show. And so I try to keep my interviews to people that are talking about dating and relationship things, of course. But I realized that even in doing that, I find that there are sometimes people that write me that want to be on the show, that when I look at their videos and I look at their blogs and their one sheets and stuff that they're talking about, that I decide I don't want to have them on. Whether it's just maybe I don't gel with their message, or their message is great, but it's not the kind of messaging that needs to go to my audience, whether it's talking about something that's outside of dating or an area of dating that I either don't want to cover or haven't quite figured out how I'd want to present it to my audience. But I bring this up because, in your dating life as a guy, it can be very hard at times to turn down women when it's incoming, meaning they're coming to you and showing interest, and yet something about them you just know is probably not going to make this the best decision of a person to go out with. And they could be like an absolutely great person, but there could be stuff about their personality, about the backstory of their life, about the things that they're into now, that you're realizing, if I start dating this girl, it's either going to end up nowhere or it's going to go to a place where I don't want it to go. And I bring this up in the parallel to interviews because there are people out there, for example, that write me and they have, tens of thousands of followers on TikTok and Instagram, and they got a bunch of views on YouTube. And it'd be very easy for me to say, well, based on those numbers, I'll get my stuff out there and I'll be in front of them, and I'll have more people coming to me because they'll know me based on how many people is already watching this other person. But I got to think about the long-term strategy of my channel and of the advice that I'm giving and what I'm doing, and really decide is it worth getting this one-off of potential viewers, but it doesn't fit into my long-term plan of how I want the show to be viewed and how I want my stuff and advice and stuff to be viewed. And so those are hard decisions when something is so enticing as viewership, and I'm like, but it doesn't fit my message, so I got to turn them down. And that's very similar to women. There are going to be some women that come your way that are like knockout 9s and 10s and have all the curves in the world, and they're down to do whatever on date 1 and date 2 with you. And you have to look at them in the course of that first date or second date and be like, dang, this one's not going to fit me long term. Like, I'm happy that they looked really good, and I'm happy they're coming towards me and really are showing interest. But something about the situation, like, I could have been single for 5 years and this woman comes and is all over me, and I got to turn her down because ultimately I don't see her as working out long term. And that comes with maturity, because as a young man, let's face it, as a young man, most of you guys aren't probably getting a whole lot of offers. So if an offer is incoming, it's very, very, very hard to turn it down. But you got to have faith that inevitably you'll meet that person that actually does gel well with you and your sensibilities, and could very well be the lifelong partner that you need, and be able to bypass this momentary person that might be good for a little bit of fun, but in the long term isn't going to be the best fit for you. So hopefully you're able to discern between those kind of things. If you need help trying to figure out how to get to that kind of place to where you can make better decisions and not just say yes to the first person that's coming by you, you can always go to introvertdatingsuccess.com, sign up for coaching, and we can talk about it. But I just wanted to put that out there today. So hopefully, guys, this helps you out. Be sure to check out the rest of my stuff, and I'll be back with some more awesome tips for you guys later. I'm out. Peace.